website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey! Perspectives in music really messes up what is really simple. Because when we're talking modes, when we're talking keys and chords in a scale, derived from a scale, all of these things, then what really makes the whole thing seems, inordinately complex is the different kinds of perspectives that we're using. Why would you, for instance, you have the modes. That's a really good place to start. You have a key, right? You have a scale with 7 notes, right? Right? And then that scale, the C major scale, is also called the A minor scale. If A minor is our tonic, is the thing we start and end our songs on, and we, all other chords kind of evolve or revolve around that, then it's the A minor scale. But then it has, 5 others names, because if I play a D minor in the background and I have the C major scale, then we call it a D Ionian minor. Oh, sorry, a Dorian minor. That was totally in my brain there. I said something and then, so it's a Dorian minor, right? D Dorian minor. But it's the same freaking 7 notes, right? And so we can continue like that. It's also called the same 7 notes. It's also called the Mixolydian mode. And so we have 2 different keys and parallel tonalities. It's all why it's so confusing is because it's just different perspectives. Imagine standing in a city, you're standing on the town square, and you're looking in one direction. And now I'm telling you that this is the town of Vienna, right? And you're looking at it right now. Oh, so I'm looking at Vienna, right? I'm looking at the C major scale. The same thing. Okay, now, put blindfolds on your eyes and I take you to some other, to the other end of the same square, and I ask you to look at the town now, and I say, this is also Vienna. But from here, from this point of view, we call it Deskenedarash. Deskenedarash is the name of what you see now. And then you turn around and say, but it's the same freaking town. Yes, but when you look from this angle, it's called Deskenedarash, right? And then he takes you to another place, up to a mountain, looks down. Now it's Durstamid. This is Durstamid. And you just so confused. What is the name of this city? Well, it depends on what angle you're seeing it from, he says. It depends because it's not about the city itself. It's about how you experience the city, right? That's why it gets so confusing. And the same 7 notes of any major scale can be experienced from 7 different perspectives, auditorily, not visually, but with your ears. That's what the modes are. It's basically the same 7 notes. And by the way, we also call the same 7 notes the diatonic scale. When we don't want to put any names to it as C major or D minor, Dorian or Ionian or Mixolydian, we just call those 7 notes the diatonic scale. And that's the name of the city, right? That's Vienna. And all the other names are basically perspective names. I hope this makes sense. And that's why it's so confusing. What do you mean playing the G Mixolydian? What is that? Well, it's just the C major scale, but with the G of that scale, the G major scale, 7th in the background. I'm playing 3 notes or 4 notes from the C major scale now, right? And now I'm playing the C major scale with a focus on those 4 notes. Right? That's the Mixolydian sound. So it's not about, and what we often do when we go to school, we learn that everything is conceptual, that everything is about learning the bits and bytes of it. But this is not about learning the bits and bytes. This is really about learning the sound. If we could talk sound, then we would do it, but we can't. So we have to talk, which has nothing to do with the music, about the experience. And we call the experience of a G7th in the background of the C major scale with a focus on the notes of the G7. We call that experience Mixolydian, right? So that's why it's so confusing. And when we're talking keys, then when we assign the role of king to the C major chord of the C major, and we take all the other chords and have those revolve around that C major. Then we call that key C major, same 7 notes with the same chords derived from it. When we assign the role of king to the A minor, and we start our song and end our song, and every time there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we return back to that A minor. When that's what we do with the same 7 notes, then we call that the key, because it's how the chords are relating to each other. The key of A minor. It's a perspective of the scale, right? It's a way of seeing that and saying it's like a group of people. Like we had 7 different people, and they have different traits. We got women and men. We got strong people, more timid people. We have extroverts and introverts. And when we assign the role of leader to that guy, that group is going to be in one way. They're going to have different relationships with each other. You're the general. You're the whatever commander. You're the right. That group is going to function in a certain way. If we assign the role of king or commander or general to another person who's more timid, introvert, then the whole group is going to work in a totally different way. It's another experience. And the same thing goes with this. I hope this makes sense, because it's really not that hard. Once you get the experience of it, and that's why I really hope you'll take the C major scale, play a D minor in the background to experience the Dorian mode. Just take and see what notes really fit that chord. And experience the Dorian, right? And say, okay, I got a Dorian week now. I'm only playing in Dorian. Trying to focus on the notes of that D minor in the background. And then you have another week. And then you have a Lydian week, for instance. And that means I'm playing the F major 7th there, or just the F major. And then I'm playing the C major. Right? So you really get to know that sound, because that's what it's all about. And you experience the C major scale from a different perspective. That's why music theory can be confusing, because we're not used to that. We're used to one thing being one thing. How do you mean one thing consisting of 7 notes is 7 different things? But it is. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.